Last year, we provided $400,000 worth of services to about 4,500 households in the area.
We were established to promote the growing of food in the neighborhoods where people live, where they work, where they shop, where they play.
The homeowner here has requested that a platform and stairway be built beside her house.
When you engage the kids using art, they get to be creative, they get to be imaginative, they get to think through how they learn and what way they learn best, and then we put them in a position to succeed.
Art therapy, emergency assistance, locally grown food, and construction for those in need are a small sampling of the services provided by a dedicated core of nonprofit organizations in the Kansas City area. And with help from UMKC, these organizations and 8 others have increased their abilities to be more effective. The Greater Kansas City Compassion Capital Fund Collaborative was initiated to help small community and faith-based nonprofits build their capacity to better help the people they serve. Through this federally funded project, UMKC had a perfect opportunity to combine the talents of its Institute for Human Development and Midwest Center for Nonprofit Leadership. What followed was a textbook example of the concept of scholarly engagement.
Scholarly engagement is really about a partnership, and it's the application of the best of what we know as a university and what the needs are for the community.
I think that's the way our scholars can have the most impact on this region. We need all of those organizations to be as effective as they can be in addressing the issues that we all face. That's one of the things we want all of our students to appreciate, that they are a part of a community, and it's very important to contribute to the growth and development of that community.
In 2009, UMKC announced its federally funded opportunity.
When we sent out the call for participation in the project, we immediately had about 300 agencies that said they wanted to participate. We selected 98 agencies to come participate in some training programs.
Those agencies attended workshops and completed self-assessments that brought boards and staffs together to examine their strengths and weaknesses. UMKC faculty prepared a capacity assessment report for each organization based on their feedback, and through a competitive process, 12 organizations received small capacity building grants to help them address the issues they had identified. UMKC faculty then worked hand in hand with each organization to help them achieve their capacity building outcomes.
It's not just an academic exercise. I mean, the academic part of it I think was important because it gave us the model and it gave us some good research, but then the practical applications of that were equally important.
We've already put a lot of this into use. One of our areas was fund development, and we had our first annual fundraiser last week.
When we found out we needed a marketing campaign, nobody knew who we were. So we created billboards, we've created media blitzes, we're getting social media savvy.
We learned we had a good plan, a good idea. We had a few good, strong people, but we learned we were missing some technical skills on board members, and so that was one of the things we really focused on.
We have high goals for changing the way people grow food and eat food in the city. And in order to maintain that, we needed solid organizational structures to support, structure, frame all those activities, and that's what we got through the process.
And what UMKC got through the process is just as important.
I believe our scholarly engagement is important because learning goes in both directions.
We're using what we know from research, theory, etc., to build their capacity to serve. At the same time, we're learning from these agencies as we see what really works to better train both those who are students and researchers in our classrooms and our buildings.
Success may not be a term used often by nonprofits, as their missions tend to be ongoing. But progress has already been made as a result of this collaboration between UMKC and its community.
We have a new grant, we're going to be serving 150 new kids. We also are able now to think about how to offer an arts integrated school for alternative ed learners in high school.
We got people on our board with marketing and fundraising experience, and we have started all those processes. We've increased our number of work days, so we're able to help more people.
Our society is in a real crisis around food. And in order to really have an impact, we need to be here for the long haul. We feel like it gave us a stable structure for our organization to grow from in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
Number one, we are an urban serving research university. People say they really love what they see happening here. And what they're really saying is they see us engaging in the issues they care about.
The partnerships that are built, the friendships, the support networks, are ongoing mechanisms that exist both within the university and the community, and they don't just finish with a project like this. And that's the vision that we have for this project, but also the vision for the university, that people see that UMKC is a place to come to, not just for education, not just for teaching, not just for research, not just for community service, but the combination of all of those things with the application of knowledge and matching those to community needs.